So have you ever sat by yourself if you are in a relationship or out of a relationship and really wondered, what is it that men want? I mean, really, what do they want? Why is this thing so hard? Why is it harder? Why? And if you're a man, probably you've wondered the same. It's just like, what is it that women want? I'll never get it. What do they want? And so you wonder if you'll ever go back in there, or maybe you're in one currently and you're just like, I don't know what they want. I'm just laughing by the run, but I don't know what they want. Do you know what you want? Good evening, my name is Eric and this is Eric Stories. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and also share your mind with me on YouTube, on the comment section, or on my Twitter and Instagram. All my DMs are open just for you. I really love to travel. I love traveling, I really do. But I love luxury travel. Just before you bless me with a nomadic, very rough place, I am not yet there. I see my sister, she's very big on going to very rough places and into a hut and things like that. I don't do very well in such environments. I remember I tried the last time going to Lewa Conservancy, and I was so sick. I was sick. I spent the night there in a tent. We were camping, and they said there were what are they called? Like 5-star tents, and there was nothing. Well, I guess that's what 5-star tent looked like. But I was cold all the night. The next morning I had sores. I was not amused by the sight of the giraffe while we were having breakfast in the park. And I just didn't, it's not for me. It's not for me. So I appreciate to luxuriate. I love luxury travel. So hopefully comfortable transportation to the place, preferably a flight because I don't want to get tired. And then a roof over my head. I don't want to sleep in the forest. And meals that have been cooked well, not some raw animal that was strutting the forest and then a hook killed it. No. I haven't advanced there yet. And so I've been blessed a bit to travel. I have traveled quite a bit. And even when I'm luxuriating in these places I've been to, one of the habits of mine, I love bookshops in different countries that I get to visit because I like to see the array of books and what it is they're selling, their authors and things like that. But after that, I love to really listen to people and just hear. It's sort of a way for me to connect to the heartbeat of the city. I listen to people. So one of the things I do, for instance, when I was last in Uganda, I was staying at Bugolobi. I went to Acacia Mall and a lot. I would have lunch, breakfast, and just really to listen, look at people, listen to what they care about. I lived in Los Angeles, and what I would do, I was living in the suburbs. I would go to, what is this place called? Some black area and get a haircut. And I would really enjoy the conversations in the barbershop. Americans have this thing where they go on and on about, relationships and issues that affect their lives in the barbershop, at least the men. One time my friend wanted to plait her hair and she asked me to take her to Harlem. And, there are these West African women, just like we have in Kenyatta Market, who run after you and ask the style you might want, so they plait your hair. And some guy was selling me some CD, and he had me talking to my mom in Luo. So he started fixing his tongue so he would sound like me. He was like, hey, brother, bully, bully, boo-boo. Bully, bully. I'm African, man. I'm African too, brother. Buy some CD. So he was trying to sell me his mixtape. But all in that, I do that so I can hear people. I hear what they're saying, what's going on in their lives. It's a great way to learn. And so recently, maybe a week ago, I had brunch with a friend of mine. He's newly married, maybe 2-3 years into marriage now. Not very new, but you get the gist, right? And we were talking about his marriage, and he was just informing me about the things he's most unhappy about. And it ticked something in me. In all of my travels and in all of my listening, there seem to be some set of things men across the aisle. I mean, from Kiyovu, where I was staying in Rwanda, and crossing over to Nyamirambo to listen to men, there seem to be a particular set of things that men keep saying they are unhappy about in their relationship, be they married or if they are dating somebody seriously. And I thought that maybe you would not be aware of those things, or they've not cared to articulate them. So today I was just scribbling what I've heard including some of the things my friend a week ago was sharing that is completely exasperated by in his marriage. And maybe just to paint a light, it could be something you're doing again and you don't know. So, yes. So, what do men really want in a relationship? When I talk to women, because women are very expressive, women seem to say similar things as well. Women say to me on top of my head, but this is really about men. They say to me that they're really bothered by men who are not present. So they want men to spend a lot of time with them. Like, where you spend time with me, spend time with me. Even when they are single or with kids. They say and they lament greatly about men being absent. And the other thing that bothers women a lot from my conversations with them is that they're bothered by men who don't put their house first, so they don't provide adequately. And so if you're given to, say, partying or sending your mother money and not them, the women would have an issue with that. All right? So those two have been very consistent with women. With men, I could remember at least 4. So I want us to go through this really fast, and I hope it helps you. If you know already, bless your heart. If you don't, see what you can do with them. A lot of men I've heard say need their women to believe in their capabilities. So a wife's encouragement is the most meaningful of anyone to a man. They want you, from these men I've heard, they want you to be supportive of their craft, to believe in their talents, to believe in their abilities, their skills, and not belittle them. So don't belittle them or talk them down. A lot of men have said in my earshot that they are really hopeful that their wives would, look them up for the person they are and believe in their craft and not talk to them or treat them like children, but like the adults they are. That is the first thing I've heard a lot. So belief in his capabilities as really is on top 3 in my mind from those conversations in different places I've been to. Understanding was the second thing I could think about. Most men want to know you get them. Like you get them. Do you get me? Do you get me? And they want you to get them for who they are. All right? Now, they don't want to be falsely accused because of the sheer dent that they belong to the male species. All right? A lot of men, again, from having heard or had conversation with, frown at the thought of being judged based on his just being a man. But they want to be judged on his own ability, all right, or on his own account as an individual human being and not a species, not a male species. Not part and parcel of the male folk. So when you come around and say things like, that's just what men do. Most are not very happy with that. They want to be judged on their own account. So understanding. They want to be understood. That has come out a lot, including a week ago with my friend. He was just bemoaning how he feels misunderstood. And I've heard that a lot of times. The third thing I've heard and picked from numerous of my conversations with men really would need and require acceptance. Now, every one of us appreciates being accepted for who we are and not having others try to change us or trying to, influence our beliefs or what we wear and that sort of a thing, all right? Okay? And so, again, further down, when I was trying to interrogate this from men who are open and honest with me, you could show him you accept him by the following things they said to me. Getting comfortable with being different with your partner. You are not the same. Just be you and let him be him. Be comfortable with the differences. The differences are beautiful. Don't try and make him you or your brother or your dad. Second thing, they say you do a great deal by, doing in a way to accept them. You can accept them by committing to agreeing or disagreeing during an argument, but respectfully. Again, the B word comes about. Don't belittle him. Don't insult him. That makes them feel some type of way. This is really big. I've had this literally with any man I've talked to who's married. Like every single man I've talked to who's married. Every time I inquire about marriage and what their biggest challenge is, this comes up. Free time. Being mindful of his schedule by not planning too many activities. So for instance, a man once told me, pick one day of the weekend instead of the entire weekend for your activities with the children. 1 day or 2 days. But you can't just say, Thursday we are going dinner at Anne's, Friday, Joseph and Andrew are coming around. You must be around. Saturday, there's that play we are going for the kids. Sunday, all of us are going to see Mama Agnes. And then dinner we have. So they say that's just too much. Be mindful of their schedule. They also have a plan and something they are planning to do. Maybe see a friend. Free time away from you so that the relationship can be sweet. And then tied to that is less chatter, they've said. A simple checking in with him to see if he's available. All right, for a chat before you go off on him about your woes or even your big news goes a longer way. That's what I've heard a lot of men say. Of course, again, it goes without saying, men are not homogeneous. They're very different. Your man would be very different from these men, so maybe you want to pick that up with him. Maybe it's not an issue he has, so talk to him. But this is from, as I said, when I travel, when I talk to people, when I listen, I hear these over and over and over and over again. I hope it does you some good. Good evening.